Welcome to Faith Fridays from a Steadfast Faith, episode number 4, talking about faith moves from Hebrews 11, 8 through 10. Faith moves. The passage that says this: By faith, Abraham obeyed when he was called to go out to a place that he was to receive as an inheritance, and he went out not knowing where he was going. By faith, he went to live in the land of promise, as in a foreign land, living in tents with Isaac and Jacob, heirs with him of the same promise. For he was looking forward to the city that has foundations, whose designer and builder is God. Now, we'll probably return to this passage later, but I first want you to notice something. Verse 8, by faith, Abraham obeyed. What did he obey doing? We'll probably address this later about obedience. But Abraham obeyed and went when he was called to go out. Faith moves. The writer James in his epistle says, "Show me your faith by your works." Not everyone is called, like us, to move across the country to plant churches. But you're called to go across the street, across town, to friends, to neighbors, to give the gospel. Jesus tells us in the Gospels and in Acts, go to all the world, preach the gospel, disciple. And it's here we see the writer of Hebrews again using an Old Testament believer as an example. Here is Abraham, called to go, he obeys, and he moves. He moves looking forward to not just an earthly land as an inheritance, but for the city that has a foundation and whose designer and builder is God. He is looking forward to the heavenly realm. Not just the earthly gain, but the heavenly gain. What we see here is someone who obeyed and someone whose faith moved. Abraham quite literally pulled up stakes, taking his wife, a nephew, even his father initially, and moved from his homeland, his native homeland, to go into where God called him to be. Where has God called you? Maybe it's to come west like us, or go somewhere in the world to spread the gospel, or maybe it's just to go next door to give the gospel. But faith moves. I hope this has helped you in your week, and that you would even consider supporting the church planting work here out west, or even consider coming and becoming a part of the team to plant a church in Cache County, Utah, and see a steadfast faith established.